Hello, hello, can you hear us?
Oh, hi guys. It's us, believe it or not.
Hello everyone, hello Lucy. I don't think I said hello to Lucy yet. Linda was just asking about whether we're going to do next Wednesday, and I just had a brief, slight, split-second panic, thinking, it's not Christmas next Wednesday.
Nearly.
But that reminded me that I was kind of thinking Christmas Day actually falls on Wednesday, doesn't it? So I was thinking, we won't do it then because nobody will be interested anyway. But like Tom said, well, we're going to be in the same house anyway that day, so we could just, let us know what you think.
If there's enough people who'll have nothing to do for a little while on Christmas Day,
or we'd just like to
it.
pop in and say hello and happy Christmas. We wouldn't sit here for 2 hours, I don't think, on Christmas Day, but we could just pop in for half an hour at sort of, what about like 3 o'clock? Something like that, maybe. So it's, and some people have, well, I mean, it's going to be different times around the world anyway, but
basically it'll have to go around
Jackie's saying pop in on Christmas Day.
The time that we are going to be cooking Christmas dinner. I say we. You'll be cooking, I'll be standing around annoying you.
What I'm going to do is a poll. Shall I do it as a poll or a question? No, I'll do it as a poll.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I call it a short and sweet stream?
Yeah.
I'll just say a stream for now. Shall we do a stream on Christmas Day afternoon? Well, I'm not going to say afternoon because it'll be different times for different people. Yeah, that's enough. And then people can let us know if they'd like that or not. Because, it's no skin off our nose. Miraba, Julia. I saw Julia there briefly, and now my poll's got in the way. I love a poll, Jan. Now I've got the hang of it. Oh, look, it's time to brief confetti, and then the big reveal.
Maria, I hope your
as Tom would say, the not so big reveal.
It's a big reveal
Just drop
of a
in to
tiny
say a quick
person.
hi. Oh, thanks for popping in to say hi, Maria. Look at that, 80% of people. I mean, I think a lot of people just won't. Hey, Jen. Just won't, and Susan and Jenny won't obviously be able to be there on Christmas Day. But as we're here anyway, we're both here anyway. Dinner will be kind of either in the other. It depends on whether we decide to eat midday or early evening. But either way, it'll be between times. And probably would just be a short one, like half an hour or whatever. As the beard recovered. Hey, Martha.
I didn't know if you're talking to me or the Hobbit then.
Hello, Chris. Yeah, it'd just be nice. Atlanta, Georgia. What time is it in Atlanta, Chris? Yeah, it'd just be nice to pop in and say hi, wouldn't it? We could even, Tom, make it so that people who are in the Discord could come into the live stream room with us and say hello on that day. Even if it's just to go hello and then bugger off again. You don't have to be seen, you could just do it on voice. Or you could do it on video if you wanted. Yeah, with champagne and hats and pyjamas. No, I might actually dress up. I might actually get dressed on Christmas Day. Yeah, we'll do something a bit special. Just it might just be a handful of us, but
if we get enough people, we could organise some kind of party game nonsense, I'm sure.
Yeah. We'll do some more Johnson puzzles. Oh yeah, we could bring a board game. We could we could bring Logo up. We've got this game called Logo, which is just like basically based on advertising logos. And I honestly would have thought, because I don't really watch adverts, because I don't really watch TV, that I wouldn't have been very good at that. But it's amazing what logos you recognise without without realising.
Also, the game's a little bit dated. So Yeah.
Maybe we could have like a brunch time one or something. No, I don't want to be eating on camera.
No.
Yeah, we'll have it. We'll give a little bit of thought to it. Then it's not going to be any big, huge deal. But I mean, there might be a few people, like I was for a number of years, who just sat on their own at Christmas as well, who might be glad to be able to pop in and say hello for a bit. Yeah, I was like that for a good few years. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't really mind it. I just saw it as a couple of days off work. I'd get myself some real nice treats in. Sit and do whatever I felt like doing with the cat. Not doing with the cat, sit with the cat doing whatever I felt like doing.
Today I feel like spinning the cat.
Oh no, board games are no. We do get a bit competitive over them, but I love board games. When Tom and his brother were little, we more or less draped a cloth over the TV for the whole duration of Christmas, didn't we? Didn't really watch it much.
Yeah.
We played charades and board games, and my sister and her kids would come over, my brother. Yeah, see if you've got someone. And I used to, for a long time when I was working in the hospital, you know, best scenario was you get the best scenario was to get the early day shift, because then we had to go on Christmas morning, obviously early, but then you were back and you could spend the rest of it. Night shift the day before wasn't so bad. The worst thing to get was to get the late shift on Christmas Day, because you couldn't really enjoy it. You were aware the whole day that you were going to have to go in, and it was like, oh. But your sister used to try and make it so that she spread our shifts out, so if you got one thing one year, you'd get a different thing the next year. But it was the same when the clocks went forward and backward, and you would lose and gain an hour. You'd end up working an hour for nothing, and she'd say, well, that's all right, I'll make sure you get it the other way around next year. But yeah, we're supposed to mould a different ward next year. Anyway.
Yeah. Only so much you can do, I guess, isn't there?
Well, maybe we'll sort out a game we can play online, Carol. I love any kind of games like that. Yeah, Tom and I give it some thought between. As long as we know this, even if there's only a small handful of people who'd be up for it, we're not going to be sitting there talking to ourselves. We'll go for it. I wonder if it'd be a good idea to ask people what time would suit, or will we just end up trying to suit everybody? We just go for a time that suits us again, like we do usually. I mean,
asking what time suits would be great, but then
we can't.
You know, time zones become an issue. So I want 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock whose time?
Yeah. It better not be too late in the day, because I'll be a few gins in by then.
So anything before 10 a.m.
Oh. My friend Maggie, not Maggie Moore, it's a different Maggie. She and Graham start Christmas Day and their birthdays. Actually, they will start with a what do you call the orange juice and champagne thing? Oh, forgot what that's called now.
Ruined orange juice.
Come on, everybody! What's the thing called where you just put champagne in orange juice?
Is it Bucks Fizz?
Bucks Fizz, yeah. They would start the day with that. Thanks, Jen. There, see. Oh, brilliant. Lovely. We'll do that then. That'd be fun. We could do it while John's snoozing. You never know, he might even join in. Might even put in an appearance.
You never know.
I was just thinking the King. I thought Elvis Presley. Yeah, the King's speech. Will it be the first? Did he do a speech? Because it would have been his first Christmas last year, wouldn't it, as King? I'm imagining Elvis doing the Christmas speech now.
That would be...
Stand up for the King.
Yeah, that'd be an odd one. Even if we ignore the fact that he's a little bit, long dead.
Oh yeah, Elvis. Yeah. Right, I'm going to actually start some crafting.
Oh yeah, these are the streams where you actually do something.
I actually do stuff, yeah. So I've actually pulled out 2 of these. Okay, so the first one I pull out is, because I thought, if if I pull out another one that's felting, do I want to do felting 2 weeks in a row? Oh, I didn't bring up the ones I've already done. Never mind. They're starting to look really nice. I've got a nice little collection of decorations piling up now. These are the ones from the Stitch Kit Advent box, which I'm not... Well, in case anybody hasn't seen it, this is the box. It's emptying out now as I work through it. And this was for day 6. I've skipped the cross-stitch ones because I feel like they're going to be a bit long-winded to do on one of these. And I need to concentrate because I've got to counted cross-stitch in my eyes. Oh.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 in case the first one I pull out I think, oh, it's a bit like last week. I've got another one. It's amazing really that I can't actually remember what else there was in this box now because I kind of half wrapped them up again. I mean, I know there was a mix of cross stitches, felting, stitched felt things, and blank stitch. I thought it was 4 different types of things: cross stitch, felting. Oh, and macrame. Yeah, what's everyone else up to? Carol's already said. Susan, you haven't missed a lot, except that we've been talking about the possibility. You're not that late. You've not missed much, not even 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're talking about the possibility of, because Linda asked about were we going to be live next Wednesday. Yes, we will keep doing them. And I said, oh, obviously not Christmas Day, because that falls on a Wednesday. But actually then Tom and I thought, well, we're going to be in the house anyway. Yeah. We could just do a shorter one than usual, just pop in and say hello, happy Christmas. Would anybody be up for it? We could even play a board game that we can all join in with or something. And a surprising number of people sound like they're up for it. So that's what the poll is. If you think you'd be up for doing that. I was just, before I came online, I was trying to get my next batch of tags ready to post out, and the prizes from Saturday, which I still haven't posted out yet. I need to get them collected tomorrow. So, but it takes ages wrapping things up and writing cards, doesn't it? It takes me ages. Let's see what's in here. Stitching a red grouse, is that a cross stitch or a 3D kind of thing, or what, Linda? Jan's making felt woodland animals. I looked at a kit with felt woodland animals the other day. It was so cute. I've got some on I'm going to get it in a minute. Hang on. I can see it in the background. And I'm putting my headphones straight back on, Tom.
I hadn't even noticed because I'm playing the game.
So I got this from, it was an AliExpress kit years ago that I paid hardly anything for, like 2 or 3 quid at most. It was ridiculously cheap. And it was a clock. It was a clock that worked. But the clock part broke. And I chucked it away because I hated
briefly.
it. Yeah. But I thought, well, the animals are so cute. And then I thought, well, I could leave it like this, add a few more leaves to it and make it into a kind of a wreath. Because it's quite cute just like that, isn't it? It seemed a shame to throw it away. So, yeah, doesn't need to be a clock. As with everything else, added my own little touches to it. Crocheting a gift bag. And where did that word frogging come from? Because somebody had to explain to me what that meant. It's when you pull it all out, isn't it? And pull it all out and start again. Bird for the Roxy Girls challenge. Yeah, I can't take any credit for this because it was all completely as their design. Even the pieces were already cut for you and everything, but it was fun to do. It's maybe faded a bit because it's hung up near the window there, but yeah, I thought wouldn't take much, a few extra leaves to call it a wreath, would it? Yeah. Okay, haven't actually got this thing open yet, have I? Little felt star. So this is one for day 6. I think I might just go with that. It looks really pretty. looks a bit grey in that picture, but I suspect that's just a rubbish picture.
Probably. Apologies for being a bit quiet, by the way,
done,
guys.
Jan.
I'm currently stuck playing a game. I can't save until I finish this mission.
Yeah, so Tom's a bit quiet today, not taking a mickey as much as usual.
I'll make up for it in a minute, don't worry.
Thank you, Renee. Yes, it almost is a race, really, isn't it? Almost don't need to add any more to it. Oh, Jackie's just explaining. It's rip it, not ribbit. That's why I call it frogging. I see. Hilarious. Right, let's see what's in this package. It is one of the fun bits of kits, isn't it? Opening up the package to see what's in there.
You said package.
Oh, dear. And up.
I'm not too busy to lower the tone.
Never too busy for that. So we've got... I do like the lack of plastic in these kits. The only one I've had there was a plastic bag in the felting one I did the other day. Other than that, I've had no plastic packaging at all. They're pretty good for that. What was it? Stray sequin there. Oh, Jan, are you going to share some pic? Jan's in Discord, isn't she? I think. Don't forget to share pictures.
All the cool kids are in Discord.
Well, you can share them in Facebook as well. It's just too many things for me to look at when I'm actually streaming. Oh, look, they're just loose in the bottom. That's okay. I'd moan about it if they're in a plastic bag, so that's fine. I think what I'm going to do is scoop them into my little bowl. I'm in my element sitting and doing this kids. I realised the other day I was sat there like a kid, really. Okay. Yeah. I suppose they could go in the bowl as well, really. Right, so I've got 4 different stars. 2 bigger ones, they've got different numbers of holes, middle size and small. A whole pile of sequins in different sizes as well.
They are nice, these kits, aren't they? You get a lot of stuff in there.
I think you do, and there's mostly I've had loads left over. The felted Christmas tree one that I did, I got enough to make at least another one, if not 2, if I had the polystyrene shapes. But I could make the shapes out of core wool, actually.
Yeah. Which you probably prefer because the polystyrene's a little bit hair. Yeah,
I get a little bit... I'll tell you what, though, it doesn't half make it quick and easy. You know? Yeah. I can see why they do it, and it probably keeps the cost down, doesn't it, as well?
Oh, undoubtedly, yeah.
But for just beginners, it does make it very doable. With the briefest of instructions kind of thing. These they're sticking to me with static now. Okay. That's just a little bit of felt they've put the needle in. And then we've got a bundle of goodness here. What's in this? Oh, headphones are slipping off my head. Oh, thank you. Sloppy, I did do my own spin on it a little bit. I preferred the old ombre effect. It looked a bit more classy, you know, like me.
Sure.
Oh, bye, Maria. Thanks for popping in. We'll see you next week. Yeah, we'll have to start giving some thought, won't we? Excuse my cough. Better. Let's start giving some thought to. I think logo could work really well.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Are the logos transcontinental?
Yeah, a lot of them, but it was clearly UK based.
Right. Yeah. Or there's that game we like called About Time.
Yeah, we might do better to use one of the online things that we can do in Discord or something, because it's
okay, kind
of more set up
to do that online
doing
thing.
It online. Yeah,
we'll have a good old think about it.
Yeah, we'll have a look at options.
That's
even if we don't end up doing it Christmas Day, because no one can agree on a time or whatever, we can sort something out for around the holidays.
I think. I mean, whether we do that for the game or not, but I think definitely now we've said we'll go live on Christmas Day. It will just have to be Christmas Day. But we'll just say it's Christmas Day. But the game thing we could do on Discord on another day, even if we wanted to, couldn't we? We'll probably also sit and watch the dinner for one. With PP if he's up for it. PP usually sits there in Germany having a nice glass of whiskey while we all watch. We do a group watch on Discord of Dinner for One. Does anybody else know that film? I think we've talked about it before. Hi Danielle, welcome. Oh, I'll tell you, even when toddlers get to be 40, like Tom.
Yeah, definitely still a toddler.
That's still a pain. Oh, we don't know what we'd do without them, though, eh?
I was going to say, if I'm such a pain, don't worry, I'll leave you to it for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. I almost set up completely by myself this time. I'm getting better, aren't I?
Basically, yeah.
Okay, I'm all set up. I don't know what is going to happen with this. I hate using metallic thread. It's already tangled and I've not even got it out the bundle yet. So I'm not looking forward to that part. But I always say with metallic thread, it looks so pretty when other people do it. But I loathe the stuff to work with. Maybe I should make the effort just to untangle it a bit. Or I'll just try and pull out a thread as and when I need it.
Watching that channel where the person was doing that Willet wrapped crochet thing.
Yeah.
Some of the thread they were using looked very painful to use.
Yes, yeah, I just set teeth and I was just looking at it. Beeswax on metallic thread, Carol. I didn't know you could use it on metallic thread. Oh, I have got some beeswax. I seem to remember what I've done with it. Oh, I think I put it in with my Millefiori stuff. I was using it on that when I was doing the wrapped, the Schwern knot buttons. Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I have got beeswax. Toddler kittens. Yeah, actually, even grown-up cats quite like to climb Christmas trees sometimes, don't they?
I was watching a whole compilation of videos of people who had put various different cat-proofing screens around their trees, or tried hanging the tree from the ceiling. Various methods of stopping the cat from ruining the tree.
Just makes it more enticing for a cat, doesn't it? Yeah.
Some of the screens, like they had like a floor-to-ceiling clear cylindrical screen around their tree, and it worked. But the cat was still determined. It was just digging away at the plastic, ineffectively. But
we used to like watching the squirrels beating the so-called squirrel poof.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there's no putting this off. I've got to go straight into the metallic thread. So, using metallic silver thread and the metal needle, add stitch details onto each star. Okay.
Jackie, you watched the Willet Wrap thing. It looks like an interesting series. I'm looking forward to more.
Yeah.
Because that one with the, what was it, scrubby yarn or whatever, looked kind of cool. This sort of yellow, fluffy thing.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching it as well, didn't we?
Unpleasant to work with, but cool effect.
We could do a Willet jellyfish, Jackie.
Well, for me, I should do a Willet bin, because normally I get frustrated with the project and it goes straight in the bin.
We could actually give these are special people because they've joined us for the live, so we could give them a special preview of an upcoming project. So I expect
lots of you. This is only for special people.
Yes, I expect lots of you will have already seen this beautiful emotional support jellyfish that fabulous Jack's made. It's beautifully squishy and squidgeable, and I love her.
I've got an emotional support lion.
Yeah. More of a manly version. But I love it. I love the colours. I love the feel of her and everything. Anyway, I'm going to have a go at making one. Jackie has put together a kind of a guide to making it, and you make the top kind of like you make a hat, or like she suggested, you could find a hat in a charity shop and go from there. So I'm going to do this as a project on video very soon. I have to put her down there now, and cover up the dresses in here, which I haven't opened yet because I'm going to save it to open as part of the video. Is Jackie's actually made up the body part for me to get started, so I'm going to be doing that very soon. It's a nice way to use up some hoarded stash of wool that I've got as well, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, very excited. Yeah, because you made a lot of the small ones as well, didn't you, Jackie? Oh yeah. Do Danielle, we'd love to see. And if you're in the Discord, Tom, are you able to add the Discord link, please, or what do I have to do it?
If you type !live in the chat thing there,
okay,
it should link to the live stream thing.
Oops. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah, apparently so.
So if you are in the Discord, that will just take you straight to the live stream follow along room. If you're not already in the Discord, it will ask you to join. So it's all free to join. So if you don't belong, do consider it, because it's just a little bit easier to be more kind of casually interactive in Discord. I don't know how to. You have to try Discord to understand what I mean. Okay, I'm not getting started on this very well, am I? Let's do the small one first. Where does the very small one go then? Okay, that's that one. Oh, right. Okay, I haven't got holes punched for this. Right, okay. I'll try it without the beeswax, and if need be, I will have to go. I think I left it in with my Bini Fiore stuff. I do always love the look of metallic thread. It's just, yeah. These seem to be just kind of little Y stitches, don't they? Little detached Y stitches. That's what I'm going to do anyway.
Yeah, that's what they're going to be.
It's really good in there, Danielle. And if you've not been on Discord before, initially it might feel a little bit like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, but everybody feels like that to start with. And there's so many people in there who will give you a hand if you get stuck. You know, I've done that wrong.
You basically can't do anything
I've done
wrong.
That completely wrong. I've done that completely wrong.
Well, you can do something wrong, but in Discord you can't really break anything.
Yeah. We've made it so you can't.
You know, your thing will go. You won't be able to break any for anyone else, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I can't imagine how excited I would have been to have just found one of your little jellyfish there, just to pick up and take. Jackie, I just think that's amazing. It looks like I'm going to have to double this up. I wonder whether to double it before I start stitching, actually. They're not saying to double it up, but... oh well. I'll go over it again if I feel I need to. It doesn't look very... it's not going to show very well, is it? It's very fine, this thread. Oh! The needle's sharp. I'm getting on all right with the metallic thread so far, and it does look pretty. It's quite delicate like that. I just feel like it's a bit too delicate, isn't it? Oh God, even right up under the camera I can't get it to show. There we go. Just a bit too delicate. I think I'm going to have to go over it again. I think one of the tricks with me not getting in a tangle with this metallic thread is to not try and go too quickly. Hey Sylvia!
Hey Sylvia!
More table mats. Now, there's another upcoming project that reminds me of. So Sylvia does these foundation paper piecing kind of templates that she'll put together. So you can send her an image and she'll put this kind of set of templates together for you. I have never done that before, and I've watched Sylvia's videos now, so I'm ready to give that a go. And what Sylvia's
so you actually
done,
know what to do now.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm sure I'll make some mistakes along the way, but it doesn't matter.
It's the fun of trying, isn't it?
Yeah, the way Sylvia does it, it's a lot of it is machine stitched, but I'm going to try hand stitching it just because I prefer that, and it looks quite fiddly to do on the machine for me, being not very practiced on the machine. That's better doubled up like that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sylvia's done my my kind of glasses logo on the blue background for me. So I'm going to have it. That's another upcoming project.
Yeah, I think you've
a few
got
exciting things in the pipeline.
One or two projects out of the way.
Yeah. Loads of stuff. Hey Pepper, how you doing?
Hey Pepper.
Anybody who's new wondering what the poll is about, we just kind of casually mentioned that, well, we weren't thinking of doing a Christmas Day Wednesday live, but we could do if anybody was up for it, and a few people are up for it, so I think we'll probably go for it. It won't be the usual, it won't be for as long as usual. Might be slightly sozzled by then. Not too bad though, because I'll still be in the middle of we usually have early evening Christmas meal, don't we? So I'll probably still be in the middle of doing that. But and we might play a game or something. We did a quiz last year, didn't we? But I think maybe something, a sort of pre-done online game or something that everybody can join in with, and so we'll find
something a bit less effort to put together than the quiz was.
Yeah, and a bit less. I think it was a bit long for everybody, really. So,
well, yeah, I ended up having to leave before the end of it, didn't I?
Yeah. I forgot that. But it would just be more or less just to say hello and happy Christmas and stuff. So we just put the poll up to see how many people would be up for it, and to be honest, even if it's only a handful, it's no problem to us to do it, is it? We'll be here anyway. Tom will be over that day, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
He's still got to decide whether he's going to fork out an immense amount of money for a taxi home, or walk, or stay overnight, which of course he's welcome to do. For some reason he seems reluctant. Oh God, you haven't seen me really sozzled, Carol. Oh, yeah, Sylvia, I'm sure a lot of people are going to have you. There's no way you'd want to sit and watch us on Christmas Day, but some people might be up for it just for a little while. And I know there were a number of years where I was just sat on my own on Christmas Day. Not that I felt sorry for myself in any way. I quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I
preferred it.
Yeah, there were a couple of times where, like, somebody really well-meaning at work, for example, said, "Oh, I've checked with my partner and it's all sorted. You're coming to us for Christmas Day. I can't have you be on your own." And I was horrified at the idea. I was like, "No, I'm fine." So sweet of them to do, but I just would have felt awkward. I didn't know them well enough to do that. I just
hate people in general.
And I was just I was fine with it, but it was that the people didn't like the idea of me being on my own more than Tell you, I really feel for. I was thinking yesterday, I was so cold yesterday, I couldn't. We actually put the heating on during the day, which we try not to do. But I was so cold. We've got awful cold easterly winds here at the moment, and I'll tell you who I really feel for at this time of the year is homeless people. Oh, I wish we could do something like they do in Finland. They've really got it sussed there, the homeless situation. Can you tell everybody that Tom's a bit more quiet and well behaved than usual?
The thing is nearly over now.
It's because he's playing a game while he's half paying attention to this, just in case I need a hand. I'm going to go into the Discord room now. Janet says, "Stay overnight, Tom. Your family's lovely, even if you are related." Right, I'm going to have a peek into Discord now. So for anybody who hasn't been into Discord, let me just first of all go in and make sure I'm not open on a private chat or something. Private message. We don't want to do that. I'm going to find the live stream follow along room. Oh, some things in here to look at. Right, that was from last time. Let me just here we go. So this is the live stream follow along room in our Discord community. And oh, look at these. I love these ones that you're doing, Snoppy. Adding small granny squares all around the outer of the blanket before doing a border. So just like you would do like with a fabric quilt, you've got those small ones that go all around the outside, and then that final outside border. Love these. The oh, I'm clicking on that. I need to click on it in here. The colours of the flowers are now the hearts against these sort of denim-y kind of blues. Really pretty, aren't they? Just trying to was that one you shared back the other day? There's one of Sylvia's foundation paper piecing pieces that I was talking about just now. Oh, I'm trying to find a bit where Snoppy shared that blanket before. Look at all this lovely stuff in here. There it is. Yeah. Gorgeous. What a talented lot, eh? Aren't we,
yes,
if I do
indeed.
say so ourselves?
Yeah, what about that arty-farty Annie person who's awful? Yeah.
Yeah. And here's, oh, look at this. Is that just in pencil, Jackie? Trying to see how she's done that. So you're doing that while your thumb heals. Oh.
Okay, I have finally got to a point where that game won't
Jackie,
let me
what happened
save.
with your thumbs? What have I missed about thumbs? I'll tell you what, I've got a head like a leaky old bucket at the moment.
Yeah.
I want to get into doing some things like this. I'm going to start... I did finish colouring the page out of our colouring book. I'll show you that in a minute. And there's Susan, tree so far. Crocheted tree. Oh, I love that. Oh, look, there's some... Well, crazy looking person in the background there. Oh, that looks really cute, Susan. Oh, look at these. Looked at. So these are the jellyfish that Jackie left at the Festival of Quilts. There's a website to register if you found one. It was great to see the messages. I bet it was. And I've got one of these little creatures, the little warrior mice here, like you can see in the centre there. I love the little pig too, Jackie. I haven't seen one of the little pigs before. The jellyfish are so cute. The little mini ones and the big ones. And there's another table mat. What's this one? Sylvia, I can't make it out. It fascinates me the way the paper piecing goes together. Did you say it was all musicals that you were doing? I've looked at all them. I'll come back here now.
Where do you find Sylvia? I believe that's You and Me FPP in chat there, isn't it?
Yes. You and Me
so you
FPP.
should be able to click on them and go to channel, and
yes,
you'll find the channel
She's
there.
You and Me FPP on YouTube as well. And in Discord. Aladdin. Right, okie dokie.
Yeah. Yeah, musicals your grandson's been in. Nice.
Wow. How many has he been in?
All of them.
I wanted to show that I have finished. Right, I'm going to go here again. I did finish colouring in that one that I started on Saturday.
Nice.
It worked well with the alcohol markers. I used these Spectrum Noir like trio ones.
Nice selection of colours.
This is from our... I've got it handy. Oh, yeah. For anybody that hasn't seen it, this is our community colouring collection where 13 people in the Discord community have come together to provide always this huge range of images. And I'm going to, over the next coming weeks, I'm going to explore different ways of using the images, not just for colouring in, but for stitching into and stuff. And I think the next step, I'm going to take a photo of this one as it is, because I quite like it just like that. And then I'm going to do, like Abgarok, who did this one, suggested doing 3 different doodles as well. So the idea with this one was you pick 3 colours and then you colour in all of the sections, making sure that the same colour is never adjacent to itself, if that makes sense. And I'm going to do the same thing with doodles, because I've been wanting to get into doing Zentangle and things again. I think this would be a really good opportunity to practice some Zentangle.
Yeah, it's a nice easy thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah. And then I can pick the one type of Zentangle and then practice it, put it in all of the yellow squares, yellow shapes. So I'm practicing it over and over, practicing fitting it into different shapes. So that's my next plan with that. But there's so many ideas going to come out of that colouring collection. I think I'm fairly certain, 99% certain, that I will have put a link to, you can download that whole colouring collection free from my Gumroad.
Yep, the link is in the description already.
Brill,
and I've put a link in chat as well.
Brill, thank you. Yeah. So you just like, to get it free, just make sure you put 0 in the amount and it won't take any money off you. Right, let's carry on.
I don't think you even need to set up an account with Gumroad to buy things on there. I think it will just do it by email address.
Right, okay, yeah. So you're almost like checking out as a guest kind of thing. You haven't got to. If you think you're going to go into Gumroad a lot, it's probably worth it because it makes it easy. But if not, you don't have to. So Jan's
some good stuff on Gumroad.
Jan's put some in. Shall I go to Discord Peak again? I've got to go into Discord as well to move down a bit. Yep. Oh, look! Susan's done. Blimey, that was quick. I love the little star on the top as well.
Zooming through that one.
Look at these. So these are the woodland creatures you drew yourself, Jan. They are fabulous. I love them.
Those are great, yeah.
How big are they? There's no idea. Obviously, they've got little hangers, so they're small enough to hang on a tree. Really cute. Love them. This is funny. When we used to do in-person crafting sessions, me and sort of half a dozen friends from work, I think I've mentioned before, we had a room the back room of a pub, which we had free on the understanding that we would buy coffees and teas all day and have our lunch there, which was no hardship. It was lovely. It only stopped because they put the cost of the room up from £0 to £100 overnight.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was just the same as this.
It wasn't a great room for money.
It wasn't perfect, but it was certainly for a free room. It was fine. I've just got a loop at the back there that I've just... Yeah. Oh, look what I've done.
For free, it was great, but for £100, they needed to...
It wasn't that good, yeah.
The lighting wasn't great.
No, the lighting was awful. Yeah. It was meant for, like, meetings and things, really. But what I was going to say was, this reminds me of it in that we'd all sit round... What have you done? We'd all sit round the table get all our crafts out. That would take a while. We'd have a catch up. We'd have a chat. They'd bring coffee and we'd stop and what have I done here? And then we'd have a look at what everybody else was doing, and do a bit of other people's stash envy, and then you'd settle down and you'd do a tiny bit of whatever you were doing. Then you'd get up and have a walk around the table and look at what everybody else was doing. Then you'd have another chat. Then it'd be time for lunch. Oh, brilliant. You've done well done, Danielle. I'll pop back in and have another look in a minute. Oh, brilliant, Martha. You need to go and get that colouring book. Well, the link's in the description box. We'll pop back into Discord in a minute so I can have a look at Danielle's jellyfish.
Yeah.
How often do you get to say that sentence?
Yes, it's outside of this situation. It can't be a common one, can it?
No. Show us your jellyfish.
Ooh, I've just seen the jellyfish. I think you're going to like it.
Oh. Now look what I've done.
Oh, you've ruined everything.
Ruined the whole thing now.
Put it all in the bin and set fire to it.
Yeah, in the bin. Right. Okay, that's the silvery bits done on that one, I think. I'll fasten that off and we'll have another look at Discord. If you're not in Discord and don't want to be in Discord, share what you're doing in the Facebook group and I'll have a look in there afterwards. But tag me, because trouble is, if it's in Discord and you tag me, I'll almost certainly see it. Facebook, I get so many tags. I almost need to rejoin Facebook, not as myself, because I get all the tags from all the friends and family I've ever had, and I don't do Facebook on a personal level really at all anymore.
It's a person that you used to work with 15 years ago's birthday. Yeah,
and you get so many stuff like that. Even if someone tags me, I'm not likely to see it, but I do check in on Facebook at least once a day in the group. I only look in the group. I don't really look at anything else. So, yeah, show me in now if you...
Yeah, Discord is always the best way to get hold of you, really, isn't it?
Yeah. You can email me as well. My link tree's always in my description box these days, so
yeah,
you can email me as well if you'd rather. Somebody asked me in the comments, well, actually it's happened more than once. You say to share photos, but I don't know how to share photos. Because, I just say these things, share some photos, and I don't think to say how to do that. You forget that people aren't always tech savvy, so I just said, well, you can join the Facebook group or the Discord, or if you don't want to do that, email me and I'll share them for you.
Well, Danielle claims not to be tech savvy and managed to share a photo in Discord. So
brilliant. I've got to go in and have a look now. I've just fastened this off, so what a mess that is on the back, but thank goodness it's not going to show. That's all I've done so far, but at least I've done something. It's quite pretty.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be really pretty.
Looks better than it does on the photo on the front of the box.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know who they get to make up their kits, but I don't think they always do the best job. I don't think they always make them look as nice as they could. And then the photo, that white looks really grey in the photo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They would have done better to have that against the coloured background and have it look white, I think. But anyway. It's nice if you open a box and immediately the stuff looks nicer than it does on the outside, and the thing that you made turns out better then that's always a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I always find it impressive when you're ordering food from a takeaway and they've got photos of the food done and it looks unappetising in the photo. It's
and you think, how bad must it be in real life if the promotion photo looks... Oh, look, how cute is that? Love it. I like the extra strands there, the extra strands of wool. Give it that sort of jellyfish look. That's really cute.
I've got a friend with an irrational fear of jellyfish. He'd hate this.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Is it because they got stung once or something then, or...?
No, I don't think so. They're just weird bags of hatred, in his opinion.
What are they for?
Plastic bags of mostly water that will just, some of them can kill you without even really meaning to.
Yeah, it's a bit like wasps, isn't it?
Yeah, wasps are a bit more intentional with it.
Yeah. I think jellyfish will only do it if they're threatened or something, won't they?
Well, some of them, it's like they don't do it intentionally, just if you happen to touch them, that's it, you're stung. And with some of them, that's it, you're dead.
Yeah.
Of course, the ones that will kill you, not so common in this country.
No. We're quite
anywhere,
lucky.
But
we don't have many poisonous or venomous insects and things, do we?
Yeah. Cars and buses can also kill you, yeah. I'd say that's a rational fear, because you're likely to encounter cars and buses.
Okay, I've got to do the same thing the other way around. Now these instructions aren't showing anything on this piece.
Interesting.
They're just intending for that to be blank, but I'm going to do the same as I've done with the other things. I'm going to give it a bit extra, just because I can.
Yes, it's a common thing. People say that weeing on a jellyfish sting will work. I've heard that apparently that's not actually true. It doesn't actually help.
So it's nothing to do with the wee being acid and the jellyfish sting being alkaline or something.
Apparently it's a myth. But it's one that I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even made its way into an episode of Friends.
They used to tell us in the olden days when we didn't have central heating and we used to get chilblains, they used to tell us to pee on or, put your foot in your own wee in a pot and put your foot in it. That was supposed to be good for the chilblains. I don't know how. I never did it anyway to find out.
Yeah.
But they were misery. Did anybody else used to get chilblains? I don't think it's something you get so often these days, not here anyway, because basically it's a circulation problem, really. And it comes of your feet getting really cold and not being able to maintain a circulation. I got them something awful when I was a kid. They're so sore and painful. Awful things. Yeah. Awful things. Apparently my mum used to get them on her hands and they would split and bleed.
Oh dear.
They're itchy and sore and hot and they ache. They're horrible things. And I can remember being given this medicine. I remember the doctor saying to my mum, well, it's quite a new thing, but it's, it shouldn't be dangerous or anything, it's probably worth a try. So they gave me this medicine. And I can't remember if it was a tablet or liquid. But anyway...
Was it cocaine?
But a little while after I'd taken it, I would feel like hot all over. Like I'm flushed with it. I guess it was just boosting my circulation in some way. But it makes me think now, blimey, I don't think you would give that to a kid now, would you? I was like under 10.
If this was when you were a kid, was it leeches?
Well, they are using leeches again now, actually. Yeah. Smart ass. Rude boy.
That doesn't change the fact that I'm implying you're very, very old.
No, it doesn't.
So,
doesn't change the fact that you're very rude. Thread? I'm okay with it so far. One of the things that I found with it before is it's got all knotted and tangled really easy, and then it's split and things and kind of unravelled. I'm not finding that with this. Whether it's to do with the type of metallic thread or that I'm trying to go slowly so it doesn't tangle, I don't know. And it does look really pretty. Oh.
I just noticed your last message on Skype. It's a rude word. Panic. Just grabbing a coffee.
Yeah. I think it was like, I suddenly realised it was 2:45.
Yeah.
And I was all engrossed wrapping up tags to send out and stuff. And
See, I knew I'd do that, which is why I was sitting in the stream room from like an hour early.
Yeah. You were even earlier than Carol.
Yeah.
Carol usually gets the prize.
And yes, Jan, Santa knows when I've been naughty, but I'm not getting any presents this year anyway, so...
Yeah, we've agreed no presents this year. Although apparently John has got me something mysterious that he'd thought of anyway and wants to do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I had a plan, which luckily I hadn't actually bought yet.
Well, you could save you thinking of something for my birthday, won't it? Well, I haven't done a very good job of that one.
Yeah.
You almost feel like you want this to be a chunkier thread to show up well on this, but...
Yes, it does look like it would benefit
just
from
doubling
being
it up. Yeah.
a bit more sort of
obvious.
bold.
Yeah. I could just use it double, I suppose, but I tend to find if I use the thread double, it's even more likely to get tangled. Yes, I've seen Father Christmas's Robin just recently. Tommy's looking for you. He's got his beady eye on you.
You sure it's not looking for you, threatening to punch Santa's beard off?
I still love that little video.
Do an uppercut to him.
It's not being fair to me, actually.
It's not being very nice.
Has anybody else
keep saying that again and again and
again? Stamp. Bless him. I'm sure we've talked about this on stream before, but has everybody seen that thing with that little boy? His dad sits him down and sort of says, I got a phone call from Santa today. It's always Father Christmas to us. It always feels weird to say Santa to me. Got a phone call from Santa today. And the little boy goes, yeah. Like that's completely accepted.
Yes, come on, what did he say?
Yeah, and get to the point. Yeah, and then he tells them that basically he's got to, behave a bit better because he's on the naughty list. I am not on the naughty list. And he gets so cross, this little boy, so upset. He keeps wiping his little tears away, stamping his little foot. Oh, I could watch it over and over. Yeah. Trouble is, it's really hard to find the original video now that shows the whole thing. They tend to go straight to the...
It's very easy to find.
Well, I keep finding ones that miss that very beginning bit, the kind of setup, where the bit at the very beginning where he says, "So I got a call from Santa today."
That bit's not at the beginning. That's halfway through. That's why you can't find it.
Oh, maybe that explains it then.
Yeah, you've been expecting to see it at the beginning. It's not there. Oh,
it's so funny. Could put it in the live stream follow along room, Tom, if you can find a link. If you finish playing your game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I finished playing that. That's why I'm being ruder.
Yeah, I thought so. You thought you suddenly seemed a bit more active. So it's basically, as soon as he starts talking, he starts being rude. They kind of go together.
I don't know what you're talking about, you tiny little hobbit. I'll put the link in here as well. Why not?
Oh yes.
Just in case people don't have Discord. You should really be on the Discord though.
Yeah.
Kids who attacked your grandson need to be on the naughty list. Yeah, agreed. I think more than a naughty list for 10 years, to be honest.
Yeah, and never, yeah.
Perhaps a prison list.
Yeah. Did I miss Lindsay?
Oh, hey, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay. I've doubled the thread up this time. See if that's better. Hey, Rhonda. Sometimes coffee is particularly yummy, isn't it? I mean, I'm a coffee fan anyway. I know I'm poorly if I don't like the smell of coffee. If I don't feel like coffee, I know something's wrong.
That can't be a good sign, yeah.
Yeah. Now see, now this is tangling now. I'm trying to double it up to make it quicker, and it's tangling.
Well, how did that making it quicker work out for you? Haste makes waste and all that.
Oh, shut up. I knew it, you see. I said, didn't I? The reason this is okay this time is because I'm not trying to rush it. And I started trying to rush it anyway. Well, not rush it, but just speed things up a little bit.
Oh, Jan just watched the video. It is hilarious, isn't it, Jan?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do an uppercut to him.
He's so funny. Bless him. I love that kind of naivety. The way he just out and out just accepts that, it's absolutely completely believable that Santa would ring my dad at work. Yeah, not got a problem with that.
I'm going to punch his beard off. That'll teach him. That'll get me back on the good list.
And you couldn't help thinking, watching it, you think the way he's talking, you think he's learnt all that from his dad, that kind of
Oh, he's heard his parents arguing before.
Yeah.
And shouting at him with that, if you keep saying that word again and again and again thing. It's definitely some argument overheard there.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, the reason I find it so funny, or one of the main reasons, is because every time the Hobbit threatens to punch me, all I see is that little kid threatening to punch Santa's beard off.
Because he has to punch up as well.
Yeah. Because we noticed that your mime for punching in general is punching upwards.
Yeah, well, I would. Well, for most people, I mean, I wouldn't go punching
most
anybody.
Most people you'd want to punch at all, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't go punching anybody smaller than me. It'd probably be a kid, so I aren't going to be punching them, am I?
Well,
so
I mean, you'd be tempted.
Anybody I'm going to be punching is either my own size or an adult bigger than me. Oh, for goodness sake, I'm making a right pig's ear of this. It doesn't matter, it'll look all right on the outside.
Yeah.
I hasten to add, I've never ever punched anybody in my life. Not in seriousness.
I mean, you punch me all the time.
Not in seriousness. Yeah, it doesn't work doubling metallic thread up at all.
No.
I just thought it might be quicker than having to go back over it all twice to make it show. Oh. See, this is what I usually get like with metallic thread. Okay.
So, yeah. It was going well until you said it was going well, basically.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to...
Yeah. And you're right, Jen. She doesn't threaten me. She just outright punches me without any threats. Skip that part. Just bosh, straight in.
It's not true. It's not true.
It is true, though, isn't it?
No. Well,
for perfectly valid reasons, like me beating you at a game or me making scones or doing a Zentangle.
He's deliberately trying to make me sound really unreasonable.
Those are all things that you punched me for, though, aren't they?
Yes. But you're not giving context here.
What's the context?
It's when you do it and then show off about it in such a way that you're intending to wind me up.
I mean, is it though?
And then going like, well, it's really very easy. I don't think I've done a great job of this. Real embroiderers, look away. Because that is rubbish. But I think the overall effect will be fine.
Well, Lindsay made 46 Christmas cards yesterday.
What?
That's a lot.
Made them?
And working on 2 paintings that are gifts.
Yes, Hobbits are peaceful people,
no wonder you're
Lindsay.
Exhausted.
How did you... Petite treasure braid, easier to handle. I'm writing that down. Wait a minute. I've never heard of that. Petite treasure braid. So it's metallic, but it's like a braid. So if it's a braid, does that mean it's kind of flat? I've got another thread type thing that I've never tried before. When I was down in Cornwall, I met up with my friend Julie, I used to work with. And she told me about this thread. Luckily, I've written it down somewhere because I've now realised I've forgotten. But I don't know if any of you have ever come across it. It kind of looks like comes on a card, like an embroidery thread, like on a bobbin card. But when you stitch with it, you can fluff it up. So you could make something like a snowman or a rabbit's tail or whatever, and it would come out fluffy. It's not fluffy until you fluff it up, so you can stitch with it, but I can't explain it. I'm not explaining myself. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
No.
I must get my gel plate out again.
You must.
I'm working on making this, Lindsay, which I'm hoping will look a bit better in real life than it does in the picture. Generally, their pictures don't seem to do them justice, really.
It feels like they could do a much better job of the lighting.
Yeah.
I can see what they've gone for, though. They've gone for very neutral lighting to avoid, making the box a lie.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can make it look nice.
Yeah. You can still show it off to a bit better advantage, couldn't you, than that? Yeah. Right, now... So I've done that one and that one.
Makes beards.
Whisper. That sounds familiar. Whisper something. Has it got two words?
I used to like a Whisper.
I do like Good to Learn Threads. I was never keen on them. I would prefer an Aero if I was going to have something bubbly.
Yeah, they do have a bigger bubble in an Aero, don't they?
Yeah. I just liked the chocolate better, although I believe it's actually the same chocolate, isn't it? It just felt like it tasted better.
Yeah.
I think isn't it? Are they both Cadbury's? Or both Rowntrees? One or the other?
I don't know. What about Whisper Gold, which had caramel in the middle?
I'd probably like that better, because I do like a caramel taste.
Yeah.
We're on to food again, aren't we? Sweets this time. Blast from the past sweets.
Yeah. Is that how I got my beard? No, I just got mine through genetics. You know.
You got all his best things from me.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so much in my happy place right now. There we go. Let's go around that one again, I think. I'm very excited to see because quite a lot of people have downloaded the colouring book. I'm very excited to see what other people do with it.
Yeah, it'd be good to. Yeah. Presumably, people are going to do more than just one page.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We don't expect people to do all. It's nearly 50, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't decide which. I need to do at least one of everybody's because there were like 13 people. Yeah. But I'm actually even quite looking forward to doing the ones I did myself and just colouring them in a different way. You know, I think it would just be a really fun sort of bit of a playground.
Yeah.
And it's been downloaded about 40 times, so I'd be interested to see. Hopefully start seeing pictures popping up soon. I think that first one that I've started, I might take directly into a stitch interpretation of it, because I think that would lend itself quite well to that.
Yes.
Whether I add the colours with Inktense or something, or cut the colours out of different fabrics instead, could do it either way. I'm really not doing a great job of this, but I don't think you're going to see it, are you? Bye, Susan. Which Susan?
Happy Christmas
Bye, Susan.
to you too.
Oh, you enjoy your Christmas day. I'm sure you. Yeah.
And yes, American chocolate is horrible, Jackie. It tastes like vomit.
Every country has its own style of chocolate, don't they?
Yeah, but most countries don't make the chocolate taste of vomit.
Happy Christmas if we don't see you before, Susan.
And for those not aware, that's not just me being rude about American chocolate. It literally does taste like vomit to people from outside of America.
Yeah, it's because it's
the way
got
they
some
process
sort
the cocoa.
Of sourness to it. What is it that causes that? I don't know.
They use a different process for the cocoa that increases the acidity or something, and basically it's got a similar chemical in it to that which gives vomit its taste.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, it literally does taste like vomit.
Well, you're giving it a good...
is it the powdered milk? But still, whatever it is that makes it taste that way. No thanks.
I mean, probably my favourite kind of chocolate is good old Cadbury's, really. Cadbury's as it is here.
It's not good anymore. It's been bought out by another company, and it's just
not the same.
It's not what it used to be, unfortunately. Yeah.
So when I get a chocolate bar and I think, this doesn't taste as nice as it used to, it really doesn't taste the same.
Apparently, it's not the cocoa process; it's the powdered milk. Cool. Yeah. Still gross.
Hershey's, yeah, but interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I always find the couple of times I've tried, I think Hershey's once and some other American chocolate another time, I just found it super, super sweet. And I know chocolate is daft because chocolate is sweet, but to me, I could taste sweetness, but I couldn't taste chocolatiness.
Yeah.
You know, if that makes sense.
I know there's a woman I worked with who was from South Africa, and she didn't like any chocolate in this country because even Cadbury's in South Africa, they had to add something to it to make it not melt.
Oh, right, in the temperature.
Because of the much hotter temperatures.
Right.
So it had a completely different texture. She couldn't stand the texture here.
Oh,
she brought
funny?
some proper chocolate. She brought it. It was horrible to me. It's like it kind of slid apart in chunks in your mouth in a horrible way.
Isn't that funny? But that's just what
But to her, that was just what it was meant to be. And ours was disgusting.
Huh.
It tasted fine, but the texture was just weird.
Yeah. Another thing that fascinates me is that they have to make things taste different in airline food, don't they? Because
because of the pressure,
yeah, our perception is different. Because I don't understand how pressure makes things taste different, but apparently it does.
Yeah.
They have to like make things super sweet or...
Yeah, if you taste them at ground level, apparently it would be quite unpleasant.
It's the same if you're making something that's going to be eaten really cold or frozen. You have to make it sweeter. Lindsay has a dear friend who sends me a hamper of British foods every Christmas. Oh, how lovely.
It's just their excuse for crap food. I mean, it could be, yeah.
Well, on airlines, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm funny about stuff like that, though. I actually like hospital food. I used to like school canteen food. I like airline meals.
Yeah.
Not that I wouldn't want to live on them every day, but I even quite enjoy things like, you know, when we had that army ration pack.
Yeah.
The novelty of it. It's not proper food, but yeah, there's something that's quite appealing about it. I like the little containers and stuff. It's stupid,
novelty
isn't it?
definitely does make up for the poor taste and texture.
I'm sure if you were eating it every day, you'd soon hate it. But...
Well, yeah, I suppose if you were starving, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's all you've got.
Yeah.
It'll have to do, I guess.
I'm fully better but thought I'd pop in. Do you mean you're not fully better but thought you'd pop in? A sentence doesn't make sense otherwise. I'm glad you're
saying you're fully better but thought you'd just waste your time and talk to us anyway, even though you could be doing something better.
M&M is the best chocolate store in New York. I've never been to New York. I've never been to anywhere in America.
No, it seems less tempting as the years go on, doesn't it?
I'm just like, really, now I just think I don't want to travel anywhere. If I could click my fingers and be there are places I'd like to see, but I just can't bear the sort of the travelling now. And also, it's expensive, isn't it?
Oh, Lindsay enjoyed the wild haggis thing.
I ended up sharing that in Discord as well, so a few people in here have seen that. Lindsay, I thought it was hilarious. Yeah. What I didn't realise at the time was there's a whole playlist of them. And I just thought they were so well done, those videos. Haggis is another thing I love, that I know it's a bit of a lot of people don't like it, but I love haggis. I always to be honest, I always look out for it after New Year and 12th night, when they tend to put it on sale in the shops.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I think the only time I tried it, it wasn't a very good haggis.
Yeah, it does vary a lot. My stepmother is Scottish, and the first haggis I had, she cooked it, and she did it with the old neeps and tatties, and I loved it then, and I've just I love the texture of it. I love the sort of the pepperiness of it, and I just really like it.
Ooh,
I did see a vegetarian version too.
Found something you're going to disagree with here.
Uh-oh.
Carrie likes hospital rice pudding and hospital porridge.
Oh. No. Any kind of porridge. Yeah, I like oats in any other guise, but not porridge. I don't understand why anybody likes that gloopy texture. Oh, God.
I think you've just been making porridge wrong.
No, I've had it when all sorts of people have made it for me. Oh, you'll like it like this, you'll like it like that. I've had it with salt, with sugar, with cream, with brown sugar on the top, with honey, with fruit in it. No. No. Like, I can smell it in my head now, and I can... God, no. Nothing except starvation would make me want to eat porridge.
What if it was Bailey's porridge?
No. It would still be the same texture. And yet, rice pudding is fine. But rice pudding doesn't have that slimy gloopiness.
What about tapioca?
No, not keen. But I'd rather have tapioca than porridge.
Was it you that had been convinced that tapioca was frog spawn, or was that someone else?
No, that definitely wasn't me. I would never have thought that.
Someone, I think, in this community had been told that and believed it.
And actually believed it. Oh.
Like into adulthood.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose when you think about it, you look at caviar. Yeah, maybe it's not so daft. But, yeah.
I don't remember who it was now, unfortunately. So I'm calling someone out, but
yeah, somebody.
I don't know.
if you're in the chat now and it was you, fess up.
Or don't. I'd keep that quiet if I were you.
Oh, Sainsbury's little pots of cream rice pudding. Oh, I do
like a good rice pudding.
Yeah, I love the homemade proper kind. You know, with a skin on the top and everything. Done in the oven, but I also quite like it done in a pan on the top, and I even like the tinned ambrosia type tinned rice pudding.
Yeah, even the cheapy stuff is still pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I mean, on a similar note, bread and butter pudding also good.
Yeah.
See, we confuse a lot of Americans when we talk about pudding because
a lot of
times to them pudding is just that weird.
Creamy,
gloopy,
kind of
creamy.
Yeah, it just means that. Yeah, I was in I can't think where now. It was when we had a holiday over in one of the Eastern European countries. I can't think which one it was. Anyway, we were in this cafe. We'd had lunch, and she said, "Well, can I get you anything else?" And I said, "Oh, what have you got in the way of puddings? Mainly a dessert. I just actually fancy something sweet, which is unusual for me, but." She looked at me like I was mad. Pudding? We don't do pudding. And then I realised they did have some really nice kind of cakes and tarts and things, but of course I think she meant she thought I meant like American pudding. Yeah. It was a weird thing to ask for because they weren't the kind of place that would have that, I suppose. I don't know. She just looked at me as if I was barmy.
Yeah, Lindsay, I bet it does confuse them. I've confused them before by talking about it, so I've had to train myself to say dessert.
Yeah,
when talking about desserts, because it's easier to just
dessert
if you're talking to an American, translate in your head.
Yeah, dessert just isn't a word I grew up using at all. There was pudding, there was cake, there was but not. Yeah. And we never used to say afters as well. That used to be a thing. A lot of people used to say afters. What do you want for afters?
Yes, that's always seemed strange to me.
Yeah. Oh, my mum would have
apple or rhubarb crumble.
Yeah.
With a good homemade custard as well.
Yeah. So we always get onto food at one time or another, don't we, during those streams?
How do people feel about
twinkles?
If you've got a hot crumble or pie or whatever.
Yeah.
If you have something with it, if you have custard, for example, would you have it cold or hot?
I like a cold. I like ice cream with a hot crumble, so it cold.
I like something
cold
with a hot thing. Yeah.
But if
some people like to have a hot thing with a hot thing. So.
Yeah, and a cold thing with a cold thing.
Yeah.
I've actually had ice cream with hot custard over the top of it. I quite like that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Stop it, have both at the same time.
Yeah. I could do both at the same time as well. Yeah, make myself hungry now.
Ice cream and hot custard.
Yeah. Make me. What about cold crumble with hot custard?
Cold crumble, interesting. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go make a crumble.
Yeah.
No, I don't ever think to automatically make puddings. Puddings are very much something for a special occasion. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I've lost my other...
Battenberg with cold custard. Interesting.
Oh.
Never thought of having anything with a Battenberg.
See, John quite often, he's like what I call a loaf cake. So he likes like chocolate marble cake and things like that. Vanilla sponges and things. He usually quite likes those kind of really dry sponges. But he will sometimes have cake in a bowl with custard. Which is quite an easy pudding, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
Right, that's supposed to go on there like that.
Ooh, both sometimes with ice cream or cheddar cheese.
Ice cream or cheddar cheese with what?
Yeah, that's an intriguing one.
I mean, I definitely have had cheese with sweet things, like cheese with
grapes. Traditionally, is a common thing, isn't it?
Fruitcake, cheese with fruitcake is quite a traditional thing here as well. But what are you having cheddar cheese with?
Lindsay's confused by the Yanks putting cheddar on apple pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the crumbles. So would you grate it on them, Renee?
Cheddar's a very strong... Well, it can be very strong.
Yeah,
I'm supposed
but
to be getting the mild thing.
Is cheddar cheese the same there as what we mean by cheddar cheese here? Probably.
I mean, it's lower quality, usually. You can get good cheddar in America.
Yeah, see...
It's harder, apparently.
Up your way, Jackie, yeah. I think it's cheese with Christmas with fruitcake and things is quite common, isn't it? And actually, I had a Spanish thing once. I forgot what it was called now, but it was like this kind of dried, very rich dried fruit kind of tart thing that we had with a cheese, like kind of like manchego type cheese. It was a lovely combination, really nice. Cheese and blackberry jam, yeah.
I'm glad I ate before the stream.
I didn't. So I'm starving now. It's going to be early dinner. Every time we do a live stream, we have dinner a bit earlier because I finish up starving. Right, okay. I think, as always, I'm going to be adding... I'm going to be giving it extra. But we've still got all of the... Glue or stitch the smaller star into the centre of the medium star as shown.
We definitely need to do our recipe book idea.
Yeah, put a recipe book together of all of these strange... Yeah. And maybe actually try some of them, take photos. Do an illustrated recipe book.
Yeah, Lindsay, I'd heard that the selection of cheeses has been improving because basically the internet has been mocking America for its terrible cheese so much that they've started looking for good cheese. You know,
I did. There was a lady in. I think it was in. I want to say it was in New York. I think it was New York. Anyway, she was working to make vegan cheese alternatives. And it looked and sounded impressive, although without actually tasting it you can't tell, can you? Yeah. And I was quite impressed that because they were looking for one that would melt well, because vegan cheeses don't melt well.
That is the big problem, isn't it? Yeah.
But what she did was kind of think outside the box a little bit, and she just basically put it in a tube. So it was already semi-liquid, because she said,
what you want is melted cheese, then why start as a solid?
Exactly. And that seemed to work really well. So for melting onto things like pizza and stuff, she was still managing to get that kind of stringy quality to it and things. I thought, if I was over there, and I think I looked up the name of the company at the time, and they weren't shipping over here, but I think shipping fresh food stuffs would be a bit of a no-no, wouldn't
it? Yeah, banana and custard,
good
combination. I mean, supermarkets often put things of custard mix next to the bananas in the produce section because it's that popular.
Well, it always used to be like, because when we were kids, I don't know about other people. I think it's fairly normal, though. We weren't snacking all the time. You know, you had your 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
There might be some bits in between, but really you didn't snack all the time, and you were full up from your meals. And like, you know, our portions are definitely smaller. And you
weren't full up, and you just put up with being hungry.
Yeah, just being a little bit hungry. There's nothing wrong with being really starving, but ready for your next meal. You know, but I think, you know, mums generally used to make a pudding to fill you up. You'd had your whatever meat and 2 veg you were having, your egg and chips or whatever, and to finish filling you up and give you the energy, they would make a pudding. And a really easy pudding was banana and custard, wasn't it? Because like it didn't take much to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to stitch it on rather than glue it.
As far as desserts go.
Yeah.
Oh, you miss your Gran's trifle. Did she have the beef mince and onions?
Like the Rachel trifle?
Yeah.
I saw that done as a proper recipe. I think it was a whole phase of people recreating the beef trifle, wasn't there?
Yeah.
What was that supposed to be? Because she'd got 2 pages stuck together and she was half doing lasagna or something. And
I think it was a cottage pie. But yeah, whatever it wasn't trifle.
I think we might have a trifle for our Christmas Day pudding.
Yeah. You can't really beat. Well, you can easily beat a good trifle, but it's always good.
I like tiramisu is one of my favourites as well. That's kind of like an Italian trifle in a way, isn't it? It's kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, I know it's not got jelly in it,
elements to it.
It's got the sponge things in it, hasn't it? And, which are soaked with alcohol, and then it's got cream on it.
Exactly.
It just hasn't got the jelly.
It's got a similar feeling, but it's less fun. It's the adult version of a trifle.
Yeah, I suppose it hasn't actually got custard either, really, but it's actually nothing like a trifle. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but apart from that, it's the same.
Oh dear.
My sink is basically a trifle. It's got a sponge soaked in something at the bottom of it.
Oh, gross.
It's your definition of trifle.
I also love Eton mess.
Eton mess is good, yeah.
I love pavlova. I love choux pastry.
Jackie misses her Nana's trifle. A bit boozy. She called the trifle sponge funeral fingers. Okay.
Oh, really? Why do they call them? Why funeral fingers? Is it because it's the kind of thing that gets brought out at a funeral? Because they're boudoir biscuits, aren't they? They used to have them with sherry. Maybe they used to serve them at funerals back in the day. Something to soak up all the alcohol with.
Yeah.
Funeral fingers. Sounds like
I've heard lady fingers before.
Yeah, lady fingers. Yeah, I've heard them called that.
But not funeral.
No. You have said before your grandma's a bit of a character, though, Jackie. Maybe it's just her.
No, funeral fingers were served at funerals. Fair enough.
It was, yeah. Ham sandwiches and funeral fingers. Okay, I'm stitching this on now. Oh, ow! Can't bleed on this.
Don't stitch your finger to it.
It's white.
Oh yeah, otherwise it'd be fine to stab yourself.
I stab myself all the time. I stab myself far more often when I'm doing normal sewing than when I'm felting.
Yeah. I mean, you've got no circulation in your fingers anyway, so it's not like you're going to bleed.
Yeah. I had to stab at my phone like 4 or 5 times this morning to get it to recognise my fingers as a live finger.
Oh, your friend's husband makes a pavlova at Christmas and a banoffee pie. Yeah, those are both
banoffee
good
pie.
options.
That's another one. Yeah, love a banoffee pie. I also love a proper cheesecake with a cooked pastry base rather than
you're not a fan of the biscuit
crumble.
base, are you?
Well, biscuit base is buttery biscuit base.
Buttery biscuit base.
Let's not get onto Greg Wallace. But yeah, they can be lovely, but they can be awful, those biscuit bases. So I'd rather have a cooked pastry one. And I like the cooked filling, the cheesy kind of cooked filling. Is it a New York cheesecake where it's cooked like that and you just get like a few raisins in it or something? Is that a New York cheesecake? I can't think.
Possibly.
Anybody know?
Someone will know.
God.
We've got a lot of food experts in.
I remember politely, I just started in a new job in an office at the hospital I used to work at in Cornwall, and they were basically, I was working as a clinical coder by that stage, and we were kind of moving around different offices, different nurses' offices and things, wherever they could fit us in, really, wherever the medical notes were. So, and it was always a bit like going into a new blooming classroom every day, really. So this first day, it happened to be someone in this new office's birthday, and she came round offering cheesecake, and I normally will turn cheesecake down because I'm so fussy about it. If it's not the kind I like, I'd rather not eat it. But I didn't want to be rude, so I took this cheesecake, and oh my God, it was like the best cheesecake I've ever had before or since. It was amazing. Now, that was a biscuit base, but it was done with, I think it was some kind of shortbread biscuits, the crumble, and chopped macadamia nuts in with the crumb.
Yeah. And then nuts in the base helps.
Yeah. And then, are you eating?
No.
Spit it out, boy. And the filling had white chocolate in it, and it was topped with raspberries, fresh raspberries, and it was like the most delicious thing ever. It was like I put a bit in my mouth thinking, yeah, cheesecake, and then sort of went, oh. And I've still got the recipe. I've actually still got the recipe. I made it once or twice, but it's extremely expensive to make.
Yeah, macadamia nuts are not
and all
cheap.
The white chocolate and the cream cheese and the raspberries and the butter. I mean, yeah, but
that's got to be one or two sins there.
One or two, yeah. Oh, do you still make your hubby's cheesecake at Christmas, Lindsay? Have you got his recipe, or was it a secret? Like you say, my nana was very much a character, yeah. Paid as a child, mute to walk behind carriages. I've heard about people doing that, so she got sixpence and a free tea, yeah. Yeah, they used to get professional mourners as well, didn't they, at funerals? Wailing women. Weeping women. When I was a kid, we'd have done anything for a free tea. We thought it was amazing.
It sounds like the Four Yorkshiremen sketch.
Yeah.
You were lucky to have a
when
cup.
we moved down to the West Country, one of the nice things about it was that they have these teas. They do these teas where you get a bun, like a saffron buns, they were called in Cornwall. I'm trying to hold this the right way around. Got sort of a big, flat kind of currant bun shaped. And you would get that and sandwiches and drinks and things.
It wasn't that big a bun, it's just for a hobbit. It looked quite large.
And they were tea. What did they call them? Tea treats. They called them tea treats. Tea treat buns were huge. Yeah, tea treats. And another place we used to get a free tea was Sunday school. My mum used to send us to this Sunday school, and we weren't religious at all. I think she just did it to get us out from under her feet on a Sunday, and they'd pick us up in this minibus. I think she also did it because it was a way for my brother, well, my half brother, to have some kind of connection with his dad's culture, because the Sunday school was pretty much an all-black Sunday school. We were kind of in the minority, me and my sisters, but they were, they didn't make us feel like we were in a minority. They were lovely to us, treated us the same as everybody else. And we would get in this minibus, and the guy used to give us chews, so we used to get these penny chews and stuff to keep us busy. And then when we got there, we'd all sing all these songs, and it was all very jolly. And I don't remember connecting it with it being religious at all, particularly. But my best thing about it was that we got this free tea. We got sandwiches, cakes, not crisps. I don't think we got anything like crisps. Pop, Tizer or something.
Stuff you wouldn't normally have got
Stuff
as
we
a
didn't
child.
get as a rule. No, exactly.
That's very sad, Lindsay. Yeah. Is there a chance that it might still turn up, this box, hidden away in a corner somewhere?
Oh. Yeah, if your house is like our house in Cornwall used to be, it might still turn up somewhere. Wow, Jackie, that is fascinating. Have you got a picture of her when she was a kid doing that? I suppose they probably didn't take pictures at funerals. That would have been rude.
That would be a bit weird, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet they do it these days. People live streaming funerals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Don't think I put the back on until I've done the sequins. How am I doing for time?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to finish this, am I?
No.
I'm having a lovely time, though. And look, I have done quite a lot.
It looks better than the box.
It's quite pretty. It does. The box pictures do not do these justice. I wish I'd brought the others up. I'll bring them next week. Because I think every single one of them, and I'm joking aside, I'm not saying that because I think I've done a better job. I have put my own twist on them a little bit, but I just think they always come out better than they look.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Like I say, it's the best way round, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, talking of things looking better than in the picture.
Yeah.
I've looked into the thing I was talking about where I can get that sort of colour card and so on to sort of calibrate the camera, make the colours work
make
better.
my colours look nicer.
Yeah. Should be doable.
Oh, good. Because I do struggle with that.
Yeah.
It's frustrating when you got like a gorgeous shade of green and you look at it and it's just like, oh.
Yeah. It's just like it's a very accurately printed card with a set of greys on one side and a set of known colours on the other. So the idea is that you start off with the greys so you can set the white balance properly manually.
Yeah.
Because it's quite easy to, if you know that something is meant to be a neutral grey, you can tell the computer to make sure that is a neutral grey. And then you feed the picture into its software and bosh, it knows what to adjust to make each colour the colour it knows that piece should be.
It's
and
clever
therefore
stuff,
everything else should be all the right colours.
Yeah.
They vary in price. You can get ones that do a better job for hundreds of pounds.
Blimey.
Or you could not.
Yeah, or you could, yeah. Is there a free download?
Well, free download, yes, but the card... They're overcharging for what is a printed piece of paper, but it's a guaranteed printed the right colour piece of paper.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you print it out, your printer's wrong, you're kind of not achieving anything, are you?
Yeah, and there's a slightly better one that, if you're a professional, you'd want to use it because it comes in a little plastic carrying case and it's got an indicator that will turn from red to yellow when it's been exposed to a certain amount of sunlight, so you'll know if the colours are starting to fade.
Clever stuff.
So, yeah.
Desperate to get some of these sequins on and at least have this front done before we finish so that I can give you some idea of what I'm doing.
Quickly, stop getting it stuck on the points.
Like I did as a child. Yeah. 1895. It fascinates me when you see those videos, which you can still see, quite easily on YouTube, of people that they interviewed perhaps in the 70s who were children in Victorian times. Absolutely fascinating that it can be like recorded history like that, straight from the horse's mouth, as it were. I can still remember, my gran was born in 1914 because she was 6 weeks old when her father went off to war and with the British Expeditionary Force and got killed in the first 6 months of the war, sadly. So she never knew him, but so she was, obviously a few years behind behind your gran, but their attitudes were very different to lots of things. She still had that thing about the workhouse, and I didn't realise till many years later that her parents had spent time in the workhouse. It was it's a very sad story. That's where her mum died. You know, they have such a different life experience to what we have now. The changes they saw in their lifetimes, the changes I've seen in mine, actually.
I mean, yeah.
You know,
you've gone from the invention of, the discovery of fire to the internet.
Walked straight into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to go for a Hobbit thing instead, but I thought, no, let's just go for old.
We still used to do that in the hospital, Jackie. Sorry, I hope I'm not upsetting anybody talking about death. But we used to still do that when we were doing last offices for people, put it that way. What we used to call last office. We had a last offices box with all the things that we needed in there. And it would be one of the first things we'd always do would be open a window to... Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to change the subject just in case that's a bit rough for anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. In some ways, it's good that they used to talk about it so readily.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to go on to the smaller sequins now, I think, because there's two sizes. So there's the big ones that go around there, and then there's smaller ones that go on these points, I think. But there's way more sequins than I need. So I'm going to be putting some on the back as well and going nuts generally. Being a bit bougie.
You guys used to train dinosaurs as well. That means you predate other humans. By like millions of years. Tens of millions of years.
Don't feed into his rudeness, Jackie. I think I need to go to one strand to sew these small sequins on. That's going to be too clumsy. Bear with. Oh, come off.
No, Lindsay, you haven't brought everyone down.
No, please don't say that. No, not at all. Yeah. I think in some ways, like I was just sort of starting to say, in some ways the Victorians had the right idea, you know. Sometimes we don't talk about these things enough, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to talk about these things. It's part of the healing, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's another thing for people who are either new to the Discord or not on it yet. We've got a lot of very supportive people in there. We've got a heart-to-heart room where you can get if you need to talk about things.
Yeah, things that you're not comfortable talking about in the main kind of forum.
Yeah. If you'd rather not say them at all, you can ask someone and you can chat to them privately.
Yeah.
Got all kinds of supportive people on there.
Blunt. Yeah, we got some lovely people. We got some really lovely people in there, always happy to support each other, and sometimes just lending an ear is all you can do, and it can be really helpful. I never apologise for talking about anything here. Well, unless it's offensive or something, obviously. Not encouraging, not encouraging hate speech or something. I don't think anybody here is going to be doing that.
No doubt it.
I need to finish my little tray that I started making.
Oh, the air drying clay things.
Yeah,
you did from the
it was specifically for things like this.
Yeah.
I just don't want to use it until I've finished painting it, because I just think I might ruin it if I do that. So that'll be, I mean, this is meant to be WIP and Waffle, work in progress. I'm actually starting new things.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Oops. Okay.
Yeah, the Discord it's a great place.
It's just a bit, I just think I've said it so many times. You're probably sick of hearing me saying it, but you just do connect in a different way with people than you are possibly able to do on Facebook. Facebook is too impersonal and too big.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, you can't have different rooms for different things. You know.
Jan's got to go. See you, Jan.
See you, Jan. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it's brilliant fun, Lindsay. Air dry clay. There's so much you can do with it. I love polymer clay too. Air dry clay. I mean, they're very different animals, aren't they? But
you need to get hold of some of that Sculpey stuff.
I've already got some.
Have you got any sort of, I don't know, liquid clay stuff to bond it with?
Yes.
And what was the other thing I got which you haven't used?
I can't remember now, but it's all there together. At least now I've got my Trello board where I can write all these things down.
Yeah.
So I won't forget to do them.
Problem is the list keeps growing, forget or not.
Yeah.
You need more hours in the day.
You can't fit it all in. Yeah, that's the trouble. Well, it's just going to take me a little while sewing all these sequins on.
Yeah, the ads for snake oil cures on Facebook. Ugh. There's a lot of people trying to take advantage of people on Facebook, which I don't like.
And it always amazes me when people fall for these things, but they do all the time, so I shouldn't be amazed, really.
Yeah. Yeah, Carol, I know that most of you already got everything, but I was mentioning this one specifically because I got her this stuff. And she hadn't had time to use it yet. Yeah. It was like 4 years ago.
And it's such a lovely, thoughtful present as well, and just the kind of thing. And I don't know why I've not got around to it, really.
Oh, I know why. It's because you've got 6 trillion things to do.
Yeah. I've also still not used my table loom.
Yeah.
Which I was so glad to get, you know. That was a Christmas
present. It's rare to find
too.
something you haven't got.
There are a few things I haven't got.
I mean, I've got pens that you haven't got.
Yeah.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
Because there's only about 2 pens in the world that you don't have.
Should I have another peek at Discord to see if there's anything new in there before we start heading towards saying goodbye? I'm definitely not going to be finishing this today, but you can see where I'm going. I think this is going to look really pretty. And I will put pictures in the Facebook group and Discord when I'm done.
Yeah.
So where are the... So the pom-poms are going to go round there.
Jackie's calling you out.
What on? And delays. I know. I so want to do it. I want to do it all. And I'm so lucky to have all this stuff. I think one of my big plans for next year... Oh, look, the bell's going to go under there, so it will jingle. And then this is the hanging cord, I guess. Yeah. The hanging cord and what I put the bell on, I suppose.
The bell's handy because if you have got a cat, you'll be able to hear when it's destroying your hard work.
I think that's going to look amazing. I honestly think it's going to look a hell of a lot nicer than it looks in that picture. Yeah. I think that's really pretty. I wish I could have finished it during the stream, but you know.
Carol.
Hey,
yeah, get your finger out. It's not like you're doing anything else.
It's like Annie, get your gun, but Annie, get your finger out. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Snoppy. Where do I want to go up to the next point now? Oh yes, was I going to go into Discord? Is there anything in there that I haven't shown? Are there any new?
There is, yes.
Right, I'm going to do that then. Give people a break from looking at what I'm not doing. Oh yeah, there's a little lad. I'm doing my uppercut. What do I want to do? I want to go here. Done! Well done, Sylvia.
Looks all like a genie in that.
Yeah. Oh, I do think that's clever. There's a little lamp at the bottom. Fantastic, aren't they? It's very clever.
It is.
Oh, is that all I've got to... I haven't missed anything, have I? No, that says new there, so I know I'm...
Yeah. It's a handy feature, that
Sylvia
new
does it.
bar,
Oh,
isn't
on
it?
the wrong bit. Sylvia does that very quickly.
Yes, that is very quick.
don't think I'm going to be muddy, partly because I'm intending to do it by hand because I just think I might enjoy it more.
Oh yeah, I suppose that is going to be slower regardless, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah,
but I think even if I was doing it on the machine, I still think it's unlikely I'd be... Yeah, look, the time that's got all the pom-poms and stuff, and the other side I will do this. You can see how much thread. I've got loads of the metallic thread, loads of the white thread left. I mean, way more than I need. So I will do the back as well. It just won't be layered up like this. It'll just be I might do some Y-stitch coming down here, like a kind of a snowflake pattern, and more sequins. But yeah.
Talking of
got all the stuffing there. That's way more stuffing than I need
hobbies. And collecting hobbies and machine stitching. I've been looking at some various different sewing videos, and I want to buy a sewing machine.
Do you?
I've already got one, but I still want to buy one.
You don't though, Tom. You won't use it enough.
I know. I'll use it once at most, but I want to buy it anyway.
Yeah, they do some incredible things.
Fancy gadgets.
Yeah, and you haven't got room for any more.
No. I should probably try using the sewing machine I've already got.
I think you should try that out, and then if you enjoy using it, then it might be worth thinking about. I'm definitely... I started to say just now, one of my big plans for the new year is to have a bit of a use it or lose it campaign. And make myself a space here. There's some stuff that I think I'm going to have to part with, even though I won't want to, because I will at some point use it. I don't use it enough to justify the space when my space is limited. So I hate the idea, but I think some of my card making stuff is going to have to go because I'm just not doing it often enough these days.
Yeah.
But I think I'll keep the die cutting stuff.
You've got a very nice collection of all kinds of things, but like I say, if you're never going to use it, you just...
Well, I thought what I might do is... the things like that I'm reluctant to part with, I'll just go through and try them all out, make some cards with them, see if I still enjoy doing it. Maybe think to myself, right, I'm going to use this one more time and then I'm going to let it go. You can list on Etsy for free, or not Etsy, eBay for free now, can't you? They keep advertising it.
Yeah. See you, Lindsay.
Bye, Lindsay. Glad you managed to join us. Yeah. If we don't see you again before Christmas, happy Christmas. We might see you on Christmas Day even.
Possibly.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that and then start sort of trying to get rid of some stuff, But we'll see how that goes. I find it difficult to let go of.
Yeah.
I quite like doing, in small doses. I like putting packs together and things, so I could do some more of that as well.
You could, yeah. You do find it very stressful when you're having to do like 1,000 of them, so you wouldn't want to do vast amounts of that, I guess. Not too many at one time. Yeah. And Danielle, what I sew is nothing at all, which is what makes buying a sewing machine ridiculous. But I was looking at this, I think it's the Singer heavy duty range. They look...
so you can sew like industrial strength fabrics and things.
Because if I was going to be sewing things, it would probably be fabrics like denim and possibly bits of leather and so on.
Yeah. Well, I think you should go ahead and get one of them because it'd be very useful for me to have one at my disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I guess I need to... No, I've got a little bit longer.
Yeah, you can keep going for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get it finished, but
no
one really cares if you finish it.
Nobody's expecting me to finish it. I finish a lot more on these than I ever do on the Saturdays, though.
True, yeah. And it does already look better than the photo on the box.
Yeah. And you can see enough that you'll recognise it when I post a photo of the finished thing later.
Yeah.
What I must do immediately after this is... finish getting those tags and things ready to go out because posties will be coming to collect tomorrow.
Yes, you need to get on with that. Yes, there's always a problem, isn't it? As soon as you get rid of something, you immediately need it.
Yeah. And the trouble is with the die cutting stuff, it cost me a lot of money over the years to collect up those things. And even though I don't do so much card making now, the die cutting stuff is useful for all sorts of things, miniature things, stitching things, other things I do.
And you wouldn't necessarily be able to get it again if you wanted to, some of it.
And it would cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
So so I think, but I'm just thinking if I could reduce it by half, either make it into things or decide, no, I actually don't think I want to use this set again. It's not really me anymore. And whether,
and by going through and choosing which ones you want to keep, you might give yourself new ideas.
Yeah, I might decide I still like using it. Yeah. I know. I don't need any more ideas. That's what I don't need. Oh dear.
Yeah, the Saturday ones are a little bit over the top sometimes.
Yeah.
With the constant giveaways, but
yeah, this is definitely more laid back, isn't it? It's much more relaxing from our point of view as well, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah. Well, I don't have to be there, which is good.
Means you don't get one of my delicious dinners.
I mean, yeah. But it does mean that between us we save 32 quid.
Oh, guess what we're doing on Friday, guys?
Yeah, guess.
Need to book that, actually.
True. I don't know what they're like for capacity and...
Yeah, Fridays might be a busy day or might not. What we're doing, you'll never guess. We're going to a cat cafe for the first time ever. Has anybody been to one of those cat cafes that's in the chat? And we were watching it, I think I mentioned last time actually, we were, funnily enough, watching a YouTube video about one in Japan, and we were saying, I wish we had them here. And then lo and behold, turned out I was staying in an Airbnb.
Practically
just
next
up the
door to
road
it.
from one, yeah. I didn't realise at the time, so we said we'd go back. So it's only at the other side, well, it's nearer to you than here, isn't it, Tom?
It is a bit, yeah.
So I'm going to come over to you and then we'll go there together in the afternoon. Oh, it's not got a hole. A sequin without a hole isn't a sequin.
No, it's just a circle.
Yeah. So very excited about that.
Daniel has 4 cats. Whole life is a cat cafe.
Yeah. See, we both... they're good, are they? We both would like to have a cat, but for various reasons can't.
Probably there's one in Colchester as well. Nice.
I can't believe I'd never heard of them before we saw that video, and now suddenly they seem to be everywhere, don't they?
Yeah, I can't believe you hadn't heard of them.
Everybody else has heard. Well, you hadn't heard of them either.
Yes, I had many times.
Yeah, but not in this country. Not that they were in this country, I mean.
I didn't know there was one in Norwich, no.
I love the idea. Apparently they only do like cake and coffee, They're not, you can't have lunch there, but so we'll have to make sure we have an early lunch. We need to decide what time we're going to book.
Yes, they understandably don't do like hot food there because cats.
Yeah, and they do cat crafting there as well.
Yeah, having seen what was on their timetable stuff,
not hugely
like you
inspiring.
might be able to talk to them and say, well, I do some crafting. Do you want
do you need any more ideas for crafting?
Because the things that I saw there was like a cat origami thing where you learn to fold a cat shape, and there's a cat cross stitch or something. It's like, okay, I guess. I suppose you want to be careful doing any kind of yarn-based crafting with cats around.
With cats around to make it extra fun. Did they have an air drying clay one? Do I remember?
Possibly.
Yeah, so many things you can do, cat-shaped things you can do. Basically, I'd like to know if they do the annual cat protection craftathon one, craft-along one rather.
Ooh, kitty mocktails in Leeds.
Oh well. Next time we come to Leeds, then.
Oh, Renee lost her cats this year.
Aww.
18 years old. That's a good long life.
Jackie's lost her Milo, haven't you? Just recently.
It's always sad losing a cat.
Yeah.
Well, any pet, obviously, but
it can be just as devastating as losing people. They are part of your family, aren't they? So
yeah. Jackie says, "Ask me how I know about kittens and yarn crafts." Yeah.
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 Yeah, and you're definitely wise not to have a Christmas tree this year.
Yeah.
It's like, new play toy.
Yay, something to kill. That does seem to be a cat's favourite game in general, doesn't it? Just murder.
Well, it's what they're programmed to do, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was quite surprised that Johnny's having a Christmas tree. Well, I'm not surprised because he's got those beautiful big tall rooms and those lovely bay windows. And it's his first time having a house where he can, he's got room to put it. So, I mean, it's lovely, but I think Ziggy might enjoy it.
Yeah. I think you might be right there.
I know he's not a kitten anymore, but he's pretty playful still, isn't he?
He still seems to have kitten energy about him.
It was all in my bag.
Yeah. With the drug bag.
Yeah.
Catnip, I should
Catnip,
to add.
By the way, anybody is wondering.
As far as Ziggy is concerned, drugs, but to us, herb. Yeah.
Well, I'd really like to be able to get to that last point at least, but look, I've only got 1 minute left.
I mean, you've got as long as you want left.
I'm probably gonna just
going.
have to finish this bit at least.
Yeah.
But if anybody else needs to go.
Yeah. Not like YouTube's going to cut you off on the hour or anything.
No, it only asks you a start time, actually. It doesn't ask you a finish time when you schedule it. Oh. You can't help but chill out when you're doing something like this. I must get back into my audiobooks. I keep forgetting I've got them. They keep telling me there's some more Stephen King titles I might like.
Nice.
Depends who's reading them, though. I'll have to listen to a sample first, because if they don't read it well, I won't like it.
Yeah. Yes, early Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes.
We will be here next week as well if people are going to, not going to have family around in the pre-Christmas thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's still only going to be the 18th, isn't it? Yeah,
some people have family from a couple of weeks before.
Yeah, we're definitely still going next week, and we will
possibly
now be
a little thing Christmas Day. Yeah,
I think we'll do that definitely, because enough people were interested.
We'll call it definite, but we don't know when right now.
Yeah, I think it's more likely it's going to be shorter, and we'll make it like 3 o'clock rather than 2 o'clock. I think. Yeah. But we'll definitely be more specific about that nearer the time.
Yeah, we'll make sure that everyone gets a chance to convert it to their time zone and such.
And we'll make sure we come up with some kind of a online game or something we can all easily take part in. We'll have to make it something that isn't too technically challenging.
Yeah, there's always those Jackbox games.
Yeah, I was wondering about them.
It's an option.
Yeah. We could even just... you said there was some new... Talking about cats, there were some new additions to the A Little to the Left game. We could play one of them.
We could, yeah.
A little while.
Yeah.
That's my kind of game, that is.
Temporary or if it's carrying on, but there were sort of activity things you could do in Discord that you used to have to pay for. I think some of them at least were made free.
Oh. We'll have to look into it all then, see what we can come up with.
Yeah,
all else fails, we'll just come on and we'll say Happy Christmas and check in with everybody, and I'll probably be squiffy, but
probably. And I'll be rude.
Whoops.
But only to the Hobbit.
Or intellectually challenging. Yeah, not technically challenging or intellectually challenging. No, easy going. Yeah. Right, should we say our goodbye? Yeah. I'm just going to stitch this last sequin on, and I can say that I have finished this side of this star.
Frizzy Bee, excellent timing.
Oh, hello, goodbye. I know, not far off now.
Yeah, it's getting close, isn't it?
Yeah. That'd be a nice Christmas present, wouldn't it? But I daren't say it. No, I've said it now. Because last time I said anything like, oh, we're nearly at... It just plummeted.
Yeah.
5 people unsubscribed during the stream. Never mentioned it again. I did start
watching one of your streams the other day, Frizzy Bee, but then something came up and I had to leave before I even said hello.
Oh.
Which was really unfortunate timing, but I started watching. You were crocheting something.
There we go. So that's all I've managed to achieve. But this is where we're heading, and I think in real life it's going to look better. I think if I've got enough thread, I might go through these ones again so you can't see the holes. I'm not sure I like the holes.
Yeah, probably would be better, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I've still got to sew the pom-poms on.
You could do little French knots in the holes to hide them.
There's an idea. Yeah, because I do like putting my own thingy on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I need to say my goodbyes now.
Yes, thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Kerry. And thank you for popping in, Frizzy. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I had a lovely time. I hope you did as well. And we'll see you again next week.
Yeah.
The last one before Christmas. Seriously, it's a good job I'm not doing any presents and cards because I haven't done any.
You don't have time.
Okay, right. See you all later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to calmly remember exactly how to stop the stream now.
Yes, I'm sure you are. That's it.
Utterly blank. Need to go to controls.